Welcome to Crime Time Cases, where we explore the stories that send chills down our spines and provoke deep thought. Today's episode focuses on one of the most infamous cases in modern history, a story of betrayal, tragedy, and the shocking actions of a mother. This is the twisted case of Susan Smith. Susan Lee Smith was born on September 26, 1971, in Union, South Carolina. Her early life was marked by significant challenges. At just 7 years old, her parents divorced, and shortly after, her father tragically died by suicide. Susan's childhood became even more troubled when she later alleged that her stepfather had sexually abused her. Despite these hardships, Susan appeared to move forward with her life. In 1991, at the age of 19, she married David Smith, and the couple had 2 sons, Michael, born in 1991, and Alex, born in 1993. From the outside, they seemed like an ordinary family, but their marriage was far from happy. Financial struggles and infidelity plagued their relationship, leading to multiple separations. By 1994, Susan found herself in an emotional spiral. Her marriage was deteriorating, and she was reportedly involved in a romantic relationship with a man who did not want children. This rejection would become a pivotal factor in the case that would shock the nation. On October 25, 1994, Susan ran to a nearby home, hysterical and claiming her car had been hijacked. She told police a black man had held her at gunpoint, forced her out of her car, and driven away with her 2 young sons still inside. This claim set off a massive search operation. Law enforcement, volunteers, and community members rallied to find Michael and Alex, scouring the area for any sign of the boys or the car. The case quickly gained national attention, with Susan making tearful public appeals for the safe return of her sons. For 9 days, Susan's story dominated the headlines. Her pleas for help resonated with viewers across the country, but behind the scenes, investigators were growing suspicious. They noticed inconsistencies in her story and began to question the timeline she provided. The breakthrough came on November 3, 1994, when Susan confessed to law enforcement that there had been no carjacking. Instead, she admitted to driving her car to John D. Long Lake and letting it roll into the water with her 2 sons inside. The nation was horrified by her confession. Investigators revealed that Susan had committed this act because of her relationship with a man who rejected her due to her children. Her actions were seen as a tragic attempt to start a new life, at the cost of her sons' lives. In July 1995, Susan Smith went on trial for the murders of Michael and Alex. Her defense attorneys argued that her actions stemmed from severe mental health struggles and a history of trauma. The prosecution, however, presented a picture of calculated selfishness, pointing to the deliberate nature of her actions. The jury ultimately convicted Susan Smith of 2 counts of murder. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. Today, she remains incarcerated at the Leith Correctional Institution in South Carolina. The case of Susan Smith is one of the most haunting in modern true crime history. It's a story that raises profound questions about mental health, personal responsibility, and the devastating consequences of unchecked desperation. What do you think about this case? Do you believe Susan's troubled past influenced her actions, or do you see this as an unforgivable betrayal? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crime Time Cases. If you appreciate well-researched true crime stories that inform and engage, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember, even in the darkest stories, there are lessons to be learned.